So, in a not so stunning, not turn of events, but it's not really a surprise to anyone anymore when companies have to lay people off in such numbers. We've seen it over the past couple of years. Development teams are like, "Oh, we have to cut our cut this many people," but usually it's financial problems and this and that. Blizzard, Activision, Blizz activism. We should it's activism. Um, Activision Blizzard, on the other hand, has just been one thing after another. One thing after another. Whether it be internal politics with certain people doing unsavory things, um, or letting certain companies get their grubby little fingers all over the game, or stupid choices that they may seem minor, but it makes you question why they're doing it, like changing portraits of beautiful women in the game to bowls of fruit, to no longer having male female body types. Instead it's like body one, body two, but yet they're still the same. It's not like you really get to customize your body type. um to Especially like with in game stuff where Overwatch is like, oh, they're making this character this and they're changing this character because it might be seen as offensive. And World of Warcraft, the story has been just abysmal all over the place. And since, what is it, BFA? BFA terrible. Shadowlands terrible. I mean, Shadowlands is so terrible. I don't farm there for anything. I don't go there for anything. I don't want to be reminded about how terrible that expansion was. Uh, you know, you have Dragonflight, which I mean kind of brought things back, but you have the wrap up of the whole thing, and it's just like, we survive because we work together as family. It's like, this is World of Warcraft, not World of Friendship is Magic. You know, it, it's just people don't like the direction people WoW's been going. You had that whole debacle with was it Diablo Eternal or Immortal or whatever. You guys don't have phones. I have a rotary phone. Can I play it on that? So it's just with Blizzard, it's just been one thing after another. Because they really, they start excelling with one thing and start bringing it back to what it was, only for something else to happen. Um, but so for whatever reason, Blizzard activism, that's what I call them, activism. Blizzard officially axes nearly 400 employees as part of a previously announced Microsoft layoffs. So, I think if I remember, Microsoft bought uh, Activision Blizzard, which, you know, not really that great. Microsoft hasn't really had a whole um, recent history of being great with certain things. So, you know, I wish Blizzard was just Blizzard. You know, just just Blizzard. That would be great. But no, then Activision. I should really stop. But they joined around what, Wrath of the Lich King. Luckily enough, I think they didn't actually work on Wrath, but that's where they kind of, you know, joined Blizzard. But then you can kind of notice their grubby fingers, Cataclysm and stuff like that. But anyway, as Western video game industry layoffs continue to roll on, let's roll out. Microsoft has revealed how their previously announced workforce redundancy reduction plan will affect their major subsidiary studio, Activision Blizzard. So, Per various notices and filings reviewed by the Los Angeles Times, a total of 393 employees from across the Overwatch 2, Diablo 4 developers, various offices were informed that in the coming months their roles have been deemed redundant, would soon be eliminated. Said cuts will see the loss of 140 jobs from Activision Blizzard's Irvine, California headquarters, 110 jobs from their Santa Monica office, and 143 jobs from their Playa Vista location. Notably, the exact duties of those cut employees run the gamut of from accountants, software engineers, uh, the director of human resources for World of Warcraft video games, artists, the director of technology, game designer. What? Artists? The director of technology, game designers, game producers, sound engineers, or sound designers, and game director and vice president. They're just like, we're just laying off everyone. If you have a major role there, we want those people gone. And some people might think, okay, it's probably for the best. You know, some of those people might be some of those unsavory ones. Um, some of those people who have gotten into the company who are just making things worse for everything, you know, for the games. And so it's like, The news regarding Microsoft's decision to trim their workforce was first broken on September 13th, my brother's birthday, who I haven't talked to in like 5 years. Uh, Courtesy of an all company email sent by Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer. For the past year, our goal has been to minimize disruption while welcoming new teams and enabling them to do their best work, explained the exec. Phil Spencer said calmly. As a part of an As part of aligning our post-acquisition team structure and managing our business, we have made the decision to eliminate approximately 650 roles across Microsoft Gaming, mostly corporate and supporting functions, to organize our business for long-term success. Um, and again, it's like I said, it's like, you know, sometimes it works out for the best because, you know, you think that even though they're not weeding out people specifically about what they've done, it's possibly weeding out the bad people who, you know, not doing the job to the fullest extent or hired for the wrong reasons or whatever. But then it's like you could also just have them replace, you know, all those people with even worse people. You know, you see it with politics. I mean, look what's going on with New York with Mayor Adams. The dude's about to be unmayored. And you know, some dude who's worse than him is going to be taking his place. You know, so it's like sometimes replacing people isn't the best thing to do. Um, the weapon. I know that this may be difficult news to hear, he then acknowledged calmly. We are deeply grateful. We are deeply grateful for all you've done. Get the fuck out. Are we gonna get any kind of, I don't know, severance package? Here's a glass of lemonade and a couple of jelly beans. Thanks for all your hard work. Hopefully people get the reference with the glass of lemonade and the jelly beans. He then acknowledged, we are deeply grateful for the contributions of our colleagues who are learning they are impacted. In the U.S., we're supporting them with exit packages and that includes severance, extended health care, and outplacement services. I was just talking about they better be getting some like real severance packages, not just some crap. To help with their transition outside the U.S. packages will differ according to location. I mean, that makes sense. Uh, so I mean that's still good regardless. Um, and it seems like they're gonna have some really good severance packages regardless of how long the employees have been there. Um, which will really help the good ones kind of get back on their feet and kind of stay taken care of until they find something new. Because I mean, this for the good ones, for the good devs and the leadership and this and that, the ones who are there, who busted their asses, who didn't bring in personal politics, who didn't, they were there and they just wanted to make a good game and all that. You know, the people hear them like, oh my god, that's terrible. Yeah, join us. Yeah, we've seen your work. We've seen your work, and it's like the art designs, the art team, whether it be World of Warcraft or Overwatch, and regardless of what you think about the game, the art team, the art design, it's always on point. Those, whether it be just like the stage design or character design or cinematics or whatever, they're always on point. Always on point. So people will see that talent and be like, yeah, we want that talent working for us. I mean, have you seen those WoW cinematics? Apparently they're not even using motion capture. They're just animating it by hand. Have you seen that crap? We need that for us. A lot of these people will just get better jobs who will actually appreciate them. So having, these, I mean, they probably won't say what's included in these, exit severance packages, um, but extended health care and stuff like that. That sounds, he'll be fine. I mean, it's still tragic that there are a lot of good people there who are going to be losing their jobs, but again, it also weeds out the bad ones who are, you know, just trying to get their grubby little fingers all over stuff. Like they go to the bathrooms and then, they don't wash their hands and you come out and they just start touching everything in the store. Yeah, that's what people were like there. Got their grubby fingers and just trying to touch everything. To touch everything before they get kicked out. Given that Activision Blizzard is preparing to lose 393 employees, a quick crunching of numbers suggests that the remaining roughly 207 redundancies set to be eliminated will come from Microsoft's other video game related operations, which potentially targets include Bethesda. Oh, that'll be tragic. 393 industries and general Xbox team. As previously reported, this round of layoffs is but the latest in to hit Microsoft in 2024 alone. Yeah, it's like, how many times this year have we heard about layoffs at like Microsoft? January 2024, a decision partially motivated by shrinking profit projections for the coming year. Microsoft axed, yeah, I remember that, across their Activision, Blizzard, Xbox, and ZeniMax studios. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, feeling good on a Wednesday. Even though it's not Wednesday. Then in May, the company shuttered the Bethesda subsidiary studios, Arcane Studios, and Tango Gameworks. The pair are best known for the respective developments of Redfall and Hi-Fi Rush. The changes are not a reflection of the creativity and skill of the talented individuals of these teams or the risks they took to try new things. Head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, said calmly in an all-company memo announcing the closures. I acknowledge that these changes are also disruptive to the various support teams across ZeniMax and Bethesda that bring our games to the market. We are making these tough decisions to create capacity to increase investment in other parts of our portfolio and focus on our priority games. I expect Microsoft regrets the purchase and now trying to salvage what they can. The Blizzard office in OC is insanely nice and was built when the company was flying high. Now that the activists have taken over, they aren't going nearly as well. Bring back real gamers to development. Spyro. It's a good start, but I'm fairly certain a decent number of them weren't the problem employees. It probably doesn't help that no one is playing their games. Certainly not in the numbers they used to average. Everyone's like, it was a good start. Good. Bleed more, Blizzard. Maybe like this, you will finally learn what fans want. Content over ideology. Yeah, it's like I said with WoW. There are people who are complaining about War Within, about how it's like, why is it that every person, like every faction we're meeting, and every character who's like in charge is like now a woman? You have Xalatath, you have Illyria, we have whatever the freaking female Earthen is. You have Farron or whatever in Hallowfall. It's like, why are they all females? Um, which valid criticism. But then you have people complaining about Illyria. It's like, oh my god, Illyria's gone woke, and it's like, tell me you've never played World of Warcraft or Warcraft in general, without telling me you've never played Warcraft in general. Illyria has always been a strong, powerful character. I mean, they gave her more of the typical, oh look, she's a strong character, so she has to have the side haircut, the buzz cut on the side. But she's still the same character. She's always been a strong character. But people are like, why are all the people that we meet in this game who are like leaders and stuff all women, and like the dudes are like taking back seats, you know? But I mean, that's that aside. Like I said, they've just made some really bad choices in WoW. And WoW is pretty much their main, you know, their flagship really. There's Overwatch and Diablo and stuff, but I think World of Warcraft is really that forefront of when you think of Blizzard, you think of World of Warcraft. But between choices they've made in the past and stuff they're trying to do now, bad storytelling, the game suffers, and bad marketing, or again, it's like, oh, you don't have phones? Do you not have phones? Are you not entertained? But and apparently Overwatch 2 really isn't going that great. I know they're having a crossover. They're doing crossover with like what World of Warcraft. I think there's a My Hero Academia crossover, which of all things, My Hero Academia. I mean, you could have been like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon or something that's a little bit more well known than My Hero Academia. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, yeah. See, like a My Hero Academia crossover in 2022, and then they've got the World of Warcraft one right now, I think. So, but sometimes they do this when they're like, "Oh, hey, we need to get people back into the game. We need to get people back in the game. What can we do?" Like, oh well, we can do a crossover. People love crossovers, right? That's good stuff. What kind of crossover should we do? Well, let's have Overwatch do a crossover with World of Warcraft. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, of all, you know, doing a crossover with something that isn't one of your IPs, that's pretty cool. It's like Super Smash Brothers, and how everyone lost their crap when they found out that Sora was going to be in it. But seeing Overwatch with, World of Warcraft skins, it's just like, okay, companies do that all the time. That My Hero Academia thing was probably a lot bigger because it's like, oh wow, Blizzard is taking something like My Hero Academia and adding it in game. That's why Fortnite continues to be so popular. They've got like freaking Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and freaking Avengers and this and that. It's just they keep adding all these characters from different IPs, like freaking Ariana Grande and just all this weird shit. So I think they need to do that. I think World of Warcraft needs to do that. Have some kind of weird crossover. and blame it on the bronze dragon flight. You know, they control the time waves, they control the timelines, and you know, blame it on them somehow. Oh my God, this they're tearing a rift through space and time itself, and they're bringing in characters from this IP, and see how well they fare. Let's see how well Mario fares in you know in the world of Azeroth. Let's see how Mario does when there's no mushroom seed that make him grow, or fire flowers. Or better yet, let's see how our man Link does it. Does Link have the skills to conquer the forces that threaten Azeroth? I don't know. Let's put him there and find out. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. It's been happening all year. And a lot of good people getting laid off, but then some unsavory ones too. So I feel bad for the good ones. You know, but luckily they're getting severance packages, and it better last them long enough. Like, oh yeah, for like 6 months. Well, hopefully that's enough. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.